Now would you look at this? Probably one of the harshest cold snaps as far as bees are concerned in weather-keeping history locally here. First part of this little video is for a fella named Dwayne up there in the Iglooville. I'll show him what snow melting looks like and what bees getting their little old cleansing flight looks like. You see, this is the thing that you have. Beautiful thing to get crapped on in your own yard right here, you know. Yes. That's what we want to see. I'm gonna bust my tail right here probably on camera. If I do, I'll post it. Over here. I had to super that one for the cold snap. There's so many bees in it. They were drying up a little bit. I'm gonna pop some lids in a little bit and put y'all some video here. There's some new babies. This queen's gonna throw some black ones. She's a little hot, but when I mention one being hot, they're angelic as far as most people are concerned. I mean, anything I got, you could put them on your front porch, and if I sit right there at the entrance and get stung, something wrong. Supposed to get up to 55, it ain't about 45 right here now. Lost a couple. So y'all will get to see me put my money where my mouth is on the 50% loss. The mama and her daughter that I was using for breeders, 50% of their offspring are non-survivors during the winter, so that's where the majority of my 50% loss came from. I will show y'all how to bounce back from that and do well. I'm not worrying a bit of losing any sleep over it, you know. It's part of the fun. When you select genetics in livestock, it is a numbers game, a big numbers game. And you have to be able to stomach the dead stock part of livestock. That's just part of the fun. But I'd say I got a couple bees here, people. Let's go to the front yard and look around. And I'm gonna start popping some lids here. See what we got. I had one box. Of course, I'll have the lid popped on it here later, but they drew Burcombe up on the top bars first week of February. So, yeah. What I did do is I put a little protein on them. I mixed up some Mega Bee and I don't know, I reckon you could call it Mega Bee and 50% syrup and a little apple cider vinegar. That would kind of mimic the sour note to the bee bread after they cure it, I reckon. I don't guess I killed any of them. Might have, might not have, but the little box right here ought to be about ready to blow up. I'm gonna probably need to put a super on some of these with some stores up in it. That one was a little weaker if I remember correctly. But there's some kind of genetic link to the dying. You can see here dysentery, either that or nosema. I thought that box was going to die is the reason why I had the flags up. But I don't know. It sorts itself out. I do know it's a genetic link to it because if the size of the cluster was the issue, like that one right there. That one right there's got a cluster that was smaller than your head. and they went through what was that, 3 days of below freezing and of what, teens and 0 nights. I don't know what they're gonna look like on the inside. That one's daughter in the backyard's got a cluster smaller than that. They just to get it, so there's a genetic issue there. And I got 2 queens out here that's thrown 100% survivors during the winter. One of them had 1 daughter fail, but she failed. It was not it wasn't this dwindling and dying crap. She was mated late, like August, and I think she's just poorly mated. She laid around a brood, hatched around a brood, and failed sometime right around the first week of February. So I combined her with that little tower right there, or her daughters rather, worker daughters. This is that 2013 model Italian right here. Useless for honey, will not make honey. Yeah, but they live, so that's why I got them. This box right here's got a daughter out of a queen. I'm gonna graft a bunch out of 100% survivors. And now it's probably gonna be right around 80 to 90% survivors when you go to cranking numbers out, but 3 out of 3 daughters, that tells you a little something. There's another daughter out of her right there. Anytime you're producing something or talking livestock genetic talk, you show somebody the fruit that's on the tree, you know. You don't just show up with a box of bees and talk this long ago, far away bee yards out in the wild blue yonder stuff, you know. This is where we at anyhow. A couple bees and a little snow trying to get out of here. Catch y'all later. Everybody's waking up a little bit. I thought that was gonna die. Shoot. Any of them that's alive now and got a cluster big enough to incubate brood, they got it whipped. That's a done deal. This one right here is a little hot. Hotter than I desire. You get in that thing, you're gonna get stung, smoke or no smoke. But they live. That's what, probably right up against the biggest cluster in the yard. I had to put an empty frame. Oh, I did. I put an empty frame on the north side right here. You see the shade, cold side. I bet they started drawing wax in that. They're so full of bees. But they some mean ones now. Nice according to most, but mean according to me. I'll keep her long enough for drones, but she'll get culled this year probably. That's where I was going. I'm gonna put a long. They're gonna populate a long hive, so I'm gonna let them get strong. I might have to requeen them with something I raise here so long, and then I'm gonna put another long hive on the end down there. That 5 framer on the end. Be a long hive there. I've already got them built, painted, they're ready to go. We tack a few deep frames together. So you ask, why have I got these 5 frame deeps over 5 frame mediums? The original bees are down in the 5 frame medium. That's where the brood's at. I want them to build up into that deep so that I can take the medium away and I get bees back on my deep frames. That's why I did that. I think I put that in a video a while back. So, I think we're finally over this a bit of a weather slump. Yeah. Like I told somebody on Facebook, I've been crapped on more times than I can count, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, look at here. Oh yes, it's a beautiful thing. Alright, we'll crack some lids a little bit later. What are we looking at? 20 till 12. Yeah, I'll probably wait till about 12:30 or so. Alright, let's see how this crowd's doing. 2013 Italianish type queen. See how much of that protein they ate that I put on them. Valentine's Day is when I put that on there, right? Pretty sure that's when it was. Ain't done much with it. You can see down in there, they got plenty of honey store left. They're not starving. Sugar where I fed them last fall. That little box of bees is not as far ahead now as it was last March, but actually it ain't March yet. They may have a little patch of brood in there. Let me look. They are too. They did raise around. Yeah, they got around to brood out. Just a little bit of cap brood in the middle of that. through that whole cold snap we had. Yeah, that box, they will be right about second week of March. What I mean by right about the second week of March, see, I played musical hives with my 3 strongest ones last March, first week of March, in order to strengthen other ones. Took all the field beats from them, in other words. Yeah, so that's one. I don't know. Look at another one. See, we're shaking down here. Make this quick, I got 10 minutes left. That box is a little bit better now. Kill a beast, people. This cap brood after that cold snap now. So there you are. Go shuffle some video around here. About to run out of space. I'm not going to bore y'all to death with all this, all of this, but actually a better cluster to look at would be this one up here if I was going to do it for the video's sake. That one's a little bit weaker, the smoker setting on. I'm just shooting straight with you. So this one right here ought to be about as pretty as that last one on top there. This is a sister to that last one you just saw. Would have been 3 surviving sisters, but like I was talking about a while ago, that one, she failed. I think she's poorly mated. Had the winter survival traits, but just fizzled out 1st of February. It's life. See, you can see the resemblance of the cluster size. Like I said, that's a sister now. to that last one. As you can see, same temperament. Plenty of feed. Another patch of cap fruit there. Bigger patch on the following frame, and it's going to be blowing up 1st of March. So you got to have them bees that'll kill you in order to survive winter, you know. That gentle stuff don't like to live. So I'm gonna run through the rest of these. Well, y'all got the idea. Now if you wanted to see me take a sting, now that baby right there, that one right there will get you. Last I opened it, unless for some miraculous reason their genetic desire to attack man faded out of them, which I doubt it did. I'll be in that one a little bit, so I'll get my little late winter dose of apitoxin, I'm sure. Catch y'all later on. I'm about to bore you to death anyway. There's that burr comb they drew in February. First week of February. Alright, later on, peoples. This was the meaner one. How's that for some drone wax in February? I put that empty frame in there when? I can't remember now. Along about February the 10th or so. To see them draw white wax in February is a sight to behold. This is supposed to be the hot one, and was. They've simmered down a little bit now, look like to me. Ain't that something? They made me put a veil on yet. No sting. Later on, peoples, I think that's it. I do have a strong one in the backyard I ought to show you. Getting propolis all over the camera. Look at this population for a 5-framer. That's the same one right there. Check this lady out. I believe according to my notes, this is the first one to find sourwood nectar. Earlier queen I raised last year. When was that? About June 25th? They were the first one to fill a frame up with it. Just thought that was interesting. I mean, you know, when you got a yard full of bees and you see one just pop out like that and do something a little different, I don't know, might be a little something to take note of. Little black queen, if I remember right. I'm about to bust my tail on camera here. It's the last patch of snow that gets you, people. Easy now. Oh, Fred, all the field bees are gone. They must be down there robbing that. Here I tried a Ziploc bag, squirting that protein out on the top bars. And I honestly believe I'd rather take a chunk with the hive tool. And, oh, lovely. I believe I'd rather take a chunk with the hive tool out of a bucket. Put it on that way now. I thought, just looking at this one, it looked like it might have took a population hit, but I don't know. I wouldn't dare use her for a breeder. It's a little puny, but there she is right there. I don't know, they had some brood dye on them. Probably got a little chilly. I'll keep an eye on her. Might cull that one. I got two in the front yard I'm gonna cull. Yeah, something ain't right with that box. Something ain't right at all with that box. I'm gonna cull that one, people. Part of the fun. So I'm gonna have a few I'm gonna cull. That's just life. Get it done today and then let the good stuff build up through March. Yep, so see, there you go. I was bragging about that one before I opened it up. Y'all see, I ain't trying to feed you no line. If I was, I wouldn't have said a thing about that one. Now this crowd, if this one took a population hit, it would shock me. I don't believe it did. This was a real standout. One of the best ones with honey stores this winter. Early part of the winter. Now you're talking a little better. That's kind of what we was hoping for. Look here. They've eaten that much. So that means they're putting babies in the box. All these boxes of bees that were edgy, they are nicer now. Could it be because the older field bees have died off and now we have younger house bees and nurses? I don't know. Somebody educate me on this here thing. Look at here. I gave them an empty frame. I sure did. Look. We're talking February, people. Look at this. Look at these drone eggs. I better look to see if that queen's over here. Let me support that comb with my fingers. Look at the drone eggs. Now, I talk about the foundationless wax and them drawing only workers in a 7-frame box. It's all in timing. Right now they want drones, and I want this queen's drones. So you give them an empty frame right now, drones are going in it. I could either choose to let the drones hatch out of that frame and take that frame and stick it in the honey super and let them fill it with honey and then crush it and strain it, or extract it and keep it for a drone frame for later or whatever. But I want drones right now, particularly out of a queen like this one. They need to be the first drones to hit the yard. So there's drone eggs on February the 22nd. A little patch of brood, plenty of feed, they ain't hurting. That box is full. That box is full of bees. I need to take another frame from them really, but I don't know where in the world I'd put it. I really should. If that north frame right there, south frame, excuse me, the frame closest to you, if it has no brood in it, I am taking it. And I'm giving them an empty. I just hope I got one where I can get my hands on it. There she is. I can spot her on the sucker doesn't run around now. There she is. Yeah, so if I almost culled this queen back in the fall because they're runny. See how they just running all around? When a box is slammed full of them, they will literally drip and pour off the frame. But they are fantastic. Surely y'all ain't laid. There's some babies over here. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Because they need another empty, something terrible. Now, I'll give them an empty frame when I can find one. I might just put it over there too. Alright, beautiful, out the way, baby, unless you want to die. If I can think to stick it in there, if I don't think to stick it in there, I'm going to have a mess of wax hanging off the lid. And I need drones bad. Alright, I'm going to hold off. That's a little weak one. That was doing extremely well. Survived this cold mess. Curious to see how they are, but I ain't going to bore you to death. I might pop the lid on number 2 and take a video or something. Shoot, there's 10 minutes gone already. Later. What's going on in this monstrosity? This is one I'd really love to tear down, back down to a single and give an empty frame so they put drones in it. Because I would really love to have this one's semen flying around. I like that last one we looked at. Let's see. Still ain't managed to bust my tail for you on camera. Now, what the problem is? See, we got you in focus. Correct. Correct. I don't know what to expect here. She might have even got up in the top and started laying now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to tear that one down. We has us a box of bees, people. I don't know. Good day in this morning. I don't be doing that. They were a little edgy last time I was in here. She almost got a sting in. Backed out on it already. Got hung up on my half. I gave them a couple frames from a dead out. Had some dead brood in it. Right in there somewhere. I gave them these 2 frames for them to get sugar out of if they need it. Ain't no way I can... If I cut them down to a single, I can't do it. So before this cold snap, this frame had the dead brood in it. Right in there, as you might be able to see where they've been chewing around on the cappings. That's actually probably where I scratched them off and they're rebuilding them. Yeah, all that was dead brood. I'm talking dead, nasty brood before this cold snap. So during all of this cold weather, cold nights, they've been up in there cleaning that. Right brilliant, if you ask me. This was another one. Got a patch of dead brood in it. Right in there. So chewed a hole through that one. A couple of them. And this crowd has completely eaten just about all of the protein I put in there on them. I still believe I can get them condensed down into a single. They're going to be packed, but I'd rather have them that way. They're going to try their best to get a sting in, I believe. Yeah, I see y'all. Make me smoke you twice, huh? Going on down here. They got plenty to eat. And I got that partial frame to work on. Still want to look. Headbutting the fool out of me, no stings yet. Almost like she shut down temporarily. I'm gonna put them in an empty frame over there. See if it wants to sting me in the back of the head and I turn around. Usually if they're gonna do it, they'll wait till you turn your back on them. Not the nicest one in the lot, but doable. Doable. There's the queen. I was about to give her a little shake. Flighty little suckers. Man, go to the house, baby. Y'all still rolling? I'd hate for you to miss this marvelous. I ain't too thrilled with their attitude. Oh well. It is February the 22nd, people. Wear a suit when you do this. Now I like that better. Makes more efficient use of the wax that way. Now I can use what I had on the top for a honey super later after they rob it all out. We'll get that clean. That'll make a nice little honey frame to extract. Should I bore y'all with another one? Shoot. I'll tow up an hour of your time anyway, right? Just shaking babies. Now this character was gentle last time I was in it. I'm talking gentle as a cat. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen this time, but see, we got us a couple bees in the box. Smelling good in there, ladies. Yeah, this one's alright as far as nice goes. A little brood going. Their population ain't big enough to rob frames from, anything like that. They're good. All I wanted to see, lovely, is y'all get back with it. Would you believe it if I told you I ain't been stung today, people? Not now one time. Even with the little evil one right there. Have you had enough? I hope so. I'm gonna crack that one apart down there and be sure they okay. There's a swarm queen I caught in a guy's place. Let me hang a couple swarm traps. Play around last year. Alright, catch y'all later. Finally eating a little bit here. Good. Bye.